to you all. I am excited to be here this morning. I look forward to spaces like you have no idea what you all mean to me, and it is a whole heck of a lot. Can I tell you that? A whole heck of a lot. So, today it's really all about you all and spending some time talking to you all about really what's happening in the ecosystem, and it's just a great day. I'm letting the room fill up. So before I go into my introduction, I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming in today because this is a very, very, very important day, as every day is an important day. I call this the turbocharged Genius Room live pitch party. Yep, you heard me right. The live pitch party. What's up, Genius Room fam? Welcome to the Genius Room live pitch party, where Web3 dreams don't just get built, they get battle tested and launched into orbit. I'm your host, Yonda, and listen, for me, the future of Web3 isn't buried in code, it's in the raw, electric connections that turn solo grinds into unstoppable squads. That's why I built this space to ditch those ghost town chats and DM black holes and spark real talk among builders who get it. This is your arena for unfiltered feedback that sharpens your edge. And for you listeners, it's your VIP pass 100x gem before the herd even hears the echoes of what is being built by teams or individuals. You know, the Genius Room Scenes has been working on an on chain work group headquarters for founders, CEOs, governments, and entrepreneurs, and fellow DGens, where there's no gatekeeping, just pure collab fuel. We're going to slice through some endless shield noise. We're going to zero in on authentic insights and arm you, the builder, wisdom to 10x your project overnight. I want you all to understand this. You are so important, and what you're building is a solution for the world. Did you hear me? I'm like, seriously, a solution for the world. Now, I want to go over a couple housekeeping rules because I think it's important to know how this is structured and why it's important and why we're structured that way. Okay. So, everybody's going to be given the opportunity to join a 3-minute spotlight, right? And you're going to get authentic, real time feedback for about a couple minutes. You're welcome to post in a nest. You're welcome to join the community. You're welcome to follow on Genius Room. And last thing, you're welcome to become one of my subscribers for only $1 here on X. Really excited, everybody, for today because there's so much for us to discuss. So if you're ready to come on up and get started with your pitch, come on up. Looking forward to it. Now, if you still need a little more time, I get it. Nerves get some people. I get it. But we're just fam. This is our community shield network, discuss, and pitch what you're building on Genius Room. So let me tell y'all, I've been busy. All right, y'all get the tea. The tea is y'all get the drop. The drop is you get the information first, right? So y'all know, if you don't, I'm about to tell you. I'm not a techie tech at all, but I love technology. I love seeing problems. And I'm like, who's gonna build the solution for that? Who's gonna build the solution for that? I should just start a wall of solutions needed, and people can just go and they can pick up those solutions, right? Well, I threw my name in a hat and I was like Meta Ruth. I was like, let me figure out, let me just build an app. So I built an app. I downloaded the app. I built another app, but this app is a mega app and it's from end to end. So I'm learning all these cool things on how to connect whether it's GitHub, whether it's other software in the back ends, and what that's pretty darn exciting to do that. And so, what I found, and I got to tell y'all this because I'm quiet about it, and my subscribers have access to it, and I'm constantly updating it on a regular basis, y'all. So much I feel like I'm getting pretty um, obsessed with it, and that's fine too to be obsessed with it because it's mine. It's what I want the world to have. So, putting together these, I have been working on ICP, Internet Protocol, using AI and putting together this roadmap and looking at community engagement. And then I've added unstoppable domains to it, y'all. So, just so y'all know, I own several domains. And so now I didn't know why I bought them years ago, but now I know why I built them. So being able to have a gate kept content owned community is like what we need to do. And I also built it for the landscape for real estate as well. We're going to talk about that. So it was like I said to myself, here's the solution. So I had it has an open chat. And the problem was centralized chat. So I never really cared for myself personally to learn something new like a Discord, right? And so I felt like it censored users and it leaked data. So I didn't want to kill trust with my audience. So I thought trust was very important. So I made it fully on-chain messaging with end-to-end encryption. And then it has 100K plus DAU already. So it has the roadmaps, AI moderation, which is perfect for the AMAs and scaling what we have. So it's kind of like an all-inclusive work group for DAOs and consensus and live go-to-market strategies. Also built community DApp. So there's a no-code AI builder. I customized some bots even. I'm telling y'all know I'm non-techie, but I needed y'all to hear that. And then I wanted to put a plug and play on chain voting, staking for work groups. And I was glad to do that. I'm still figuring out because right now, you'll find that DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, are expected to grow 25% year over year. So our go-to-market brands will love our token gated access. So this is all like in this app that you can also use on your desktop. And then it has some community engagement. So the tokenized incentives are also available. And I am going to stop my pitch there because it's just so much behind corner number one, behind corner number two, behind corner number three. There's so much going on. And again, did I tell y'all I'm a non-techie tech? I hope y'all heard me. I'm a non-techie tech. All right, let's get started. Good morning, Alma. How are you?
Good morning, Yonda. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect. How you been?
I've been fantastic. Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me. That was a great pitch. You know, I was I was thinking while you're talking that you're basically speaking gibberish to me on some of it, which reminds me that I speak gibberish to a lot of people about the things that I'm working on, uh, which is an interesting thing. So that's why we're all here to try to learn something new, you know. So that's what I'm here to do is learn how to engage with this new technology of AI and blockchain, and specifically my personal interest is the Bitcoin version of the blockchain or time chain, depends on who you're talking to, and try to learn new skills like what you were talking about in yesterday's spotlight about learning new skills in today's world. So that's what I'm here to do is to sharpen my skill set and learn how to integrate that and learn about it and integrate that into the construction technology and world that I'm working on. So that's kind of why I'm here. And my pitch too, my quick pitch. I don't know if people have heard me before, but I'm in the construction technology business. I've founded a company called Climate Tech Building Systems, and I have designed and patented a new system of building buildings that eliminates lumber as the base layer and replaces it with concrete and steel. And our estimated costs are about $10 a square foot less than lumber. And we've just received our very big patent in January for our floor and roof system, Climate Deck, which is amazing. You guys can see all videos of me demonstrating the systems at climatebuilt.com. So anyway, I just want to put a shout out to everybody for joining the Genius space and look forward to hearing what everybody else is working on. Thank you very much, Yonda.
Absolutely, Alma. That is amazing. And I want you to come back on as time permits and really dive into a little more of the details as to the construction technology. Because as you know, tokenization of real world assets is becoming a real thing. And being able to talk through, you've already said you have your patent. I think that's incredible by itself. And really hoping to break down any learnings that people may have questions about even, but great job in pitch. And I love the fact that I heard the authenticity and vulnerability, Scrooge, that he's here to really learn. There are some areas that are a little fuzzy. And so with the help of the Genius Room, because he's part of the community, we can offer support, we can offer knowledge, and we can offer our services. So I thought that was so well put where you stated, hey, I'm here to learn. I think we all are. And remember, there's jargon in every industry. So be mindful that just because you understand your own jargon doesn't necessarily mean other people understand your jargon. You know, the slang to your industry, the thing that you do, the thing that you know, the thing that you can dominate when it comes to Web3. So great job, Ellen, and real feedback. I want to go over. Y'all know who he is. Hold on. He needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. The man, the legend. You've seen the movies, you've seen the videos, you see the PFP. Like this co host right here. I love the fact that he always checks in. I feel like the mom away from the house sometimes, and he goes in, he like, hey, I'm out here doing this thing here. I'm like, you doing what? Okay, get it and go do it. It's the man. Scrooge McDuck.
What's up, Yonda? How you doing today? I'm doing really great on Sunday morning. It's interesting because they was doing the National Women of Web3 Day, and I told them that's impossible to do that without Ye. And they said, "Who's Ye?" I said, "Oh, well, you're not fit to do this thing, so you better get to know who she is." This is a true story. This is what happened. This is what happens in Web3. So that's how deep rooted we are, and if you don't do the work, then it doesn't make it a real thing. So when she showed up, see, now it's a real National Web3 Women's Day because you have the proper people speaking in the space. So that solidifies it, and that's just a little story right there that a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Another time, Ye came to my space and there was an imposter in the space, and he's trying to tell me Ye this and Ye that, and I said, "All right, sir, me and you are not cool anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'll have you in my space anymore." See that? That's what happens to people when I'm not. Let's chill out with the drama, people. But these are true stories that I'm talking about, and that's what happens, and that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. So you get removed, you know. So he's gone. But anyway, um, that's what we do. We have the power to do that. But yeah, definitely, I love. I threw somebody out my space the other day, and he came back. Everybody was like, "Why you throwing him out?" I wanted to hear what he was. He didn't know what he was talking about. But he came back the next day or 2 days later, and he said that thank you for throwing me out to space. I learned a lot. God led him here to our space, he said, and now he's just sits there and listens in the space because we're not going to have you come up and talk gibberish, and we'll point out the crazy people. But so he's learning now, and he just loves it. He loves being in our space and listening and learning. So just like Ye was saying, it's best to listen. You know, and there's some people that you'll listen to, not me, that you'll talk to or pitch a project to, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, that's great what you're doing." They're not even listening to you. That's why they said it's great. I'm listening to you when you pitching, so I'm gonna say, "Why is this? Why is that? How is this? How is that?" And if you can't answer it, then I'm gonna tell you like, "Well, you need to do your research, keep your money in your pocket, and just listen for a minute. Go around these spaces if you like it so much. Listen. You don't have to participate and make up these crazy stories about you building something, a castle in the sky, when we know you can't build a castle in the sky." So, yeah, everybody. What's up, Matthew? What's going on, Meta Roof? Stu, what's going on? Meg's glad for you to join us. Canoli, how you doing? And everybody else down there at the bottom. Yeah, this is, let's discuss and pitch and, let us know what you're building. There's a lot of connections. I myself and Ye always have people that listen anonymously in the grease trap. Some of them are millionaires and some of them are very important people. So don't worry about who's in the space. Let's just have a great one because there's so many dimensions to spaces. So you have to understand there's the front end and then there's the back end. Pause. But the back end is really serious, and I made most of my connections from people listening anonymously in the spaces. It's a
You
real
know,
thing.
Scrooge, that's cool. That's cool. Let me tell you, I knew that Scrooge McDuck had his hands around something when it came to that Women's Day because it just came out of nowhere. I was like, what in the world? And since then, Scrooge, I want you to know your influence and your voice in the Web3 space, it carries. I want you to know that. And literally, they listen to you. I think I had about a half dozen folks in my DMs. I'm like, who are they? Let me wait a minute. Let me step back. Let me investigate who they are. Oh, Scrooge McDuck sent you. Got it. No, okay, got it. No problem. I'm there for it. In addition, you talk about the individual, and I saw the individual in your space. It didn't. I was there to come and talk with you, to come and talk with your community. See, the thing about when you're a builder and when you're showing up for your community, when you're showing up for yourself, when you're showing up for something that you deeply believe in, then you're going to have people that say, you're my cup of tea or you're not my cup of tea. And that's okay. I'm building for my tribe. I'm building for my community. I'm building because here's a need that I see. And guess what? Here's the solution that's being built. And I believe that happens for all of us as innovators, as leaders, as team members, as solopreneurs. We're building solutions based on the fact that guess what? We belong here. We're dedicated. We don't scare off easily. We are our heels are dug in deep in the sand and the ground, and we understand there's great days and there's better days. Did you hear me? There's great days and there's better days. And so it's about finding your tribe. I value this time that we have together. All you mega like y'all, when we talk about early and when I get into these rooms this week, I will be on Capitol Hill. I don't know if most of you know that, but I'll be on Capitol Hill. On Wednesday, I'll be at a gala. And on Thursday, I'll be at the conference. And I'm thankful for it, right? So, what that means here in the United States in Capitol Hill, there will be White House personnel there. The president's children will be there. In addition, you'll have senators there, congressmen there, the House of Representatives there. You're going to have founders, leaders, CEOs from around the world. You'll have prime ministers. You will have minister of tourism, ministers of hospitality. You'll have them globally. there this week. And so that's what I understand. And I can't wait to tell them about the Genius Room. I can't wait to invite them for their spotlight in the Genius Room so that you all get the opportunity to network with some of these key decision makers that are in your space. See, I recognize we talk about centralization and we talk about decentralization, but guess what? It's about unification. So that's where I see we're actually headed and not having these silos as much. So, hey, Scrooge, I'm so thankful for you. I'm glad you came back home to say, hey, I'm here. This is what I'm building. I'm paying attention. This is how I'm helping my community. This is the value. Like I saw you, I was on TikTok. I was like, wait a minute, Scrooge on TikTok now? Scrooge, you at the boxing match, you taking pictures. I was like, wait a minute, is he the manager for the celebrity that's in the ring? I was so shocked. I loved it though to see you're out there adding real value and connecting the audience. So I know I went on this whole kind of Scrooge. Woo, woo, woo. All right, Scrooge. I just want you to
No,
know I'm watching.
no, thank you. And actually, what happened was the day before that, we brought David Kovacs in the space. He's very instrumental in the game Call of Duty. He did the first music NFT for Tory Lane, sold out in 22 seconds, 1 million copies. He also owns the Victory Fighting League, and we were experiencing a utility to Double X, who also is one of the most influential entrepreneurs of 2025. So that was the utility to his My Idols token, which is the community that I'm a part of, and I love being a community member to that token, even though I have my own project. It's great to be a community member of another, so I'm enjoying that a lot, hosting spaces for them and guiding them through this crazy space of Web3 because they don't operate here, they operate outside of Web3 on X. And yeah, so and people that goes over people's heads. It was very a good hour space we had with David Kovacs. Meta Roof was there, and I have the recording up on my page still, so people could go back and listen to it. And I was very nervous beforehand because he's a billionaire and we're bringing these people into space. I don't know if he's going to show up or not. So I'm just nervous. I promoted it as much as I can. I would like to have promoted the space more, but I was too nervous, like thinking, is he going to show up or not? My name is on the line. And so it's very nerve wracking, doing those spaces like that. But definitely everybody showed up for me and he did show up. So that was exciting. Got to meet him in person at the fight. Somebody got thrown out. Somebody got knocked out. Got put on a stretcher. He almost died. That stuff is brutal. That MMA style fighting, it's brutal and you know, wow. But very exciting. It's like back in the days, like and they used to do like a terror dome or something, like fight for your life, like type of thing. And that's what I got to see. And it's a very big culture with them doing that. And I also saw that they have a fight token that was all around the boxing ring, and found out that they did a deal with the owner of Pump Fund, and that token is going to be something huge. Hopefully, I'm able to give people the early CA on that, and so that they can make some money. Some people will hold. I don't know. I'm not really into tokens, but I know that people like the early CA to those big tokens like that. So I'll try my best to get that for the space, and and yeah, we'll keep doing the good work. They're gonna send me Michael Turnpin, supposed to be for next week, and this other guy named Nick Spanos, some other big people. I don't even know these names that they be throwing at me. I just say, oh yeah, great, let's do it. He sounds important. So Michael Turnpin is the godfather of crypto. And so it's just exciting bringing those powerful names into space. And I see how the space ends. Last time it was only 130 people that joined. Now the space is up to 500 people almost. And the spaces have real replay value. And then we'll use it for our resume of the people that we brought into space at the end of the year. And that's, it's what builds careers in Web3. So we're focusing on that more so of myself and and the project. I always tell people that the project could fail, but you can't. So, I've been focusing on Scrooge McDuck a lot as the brand, and I know that the project is Dear Ugly Duck Society, but there's a lot to tap into with that, and we're really doing the work out here and trying to make this is my community. Web3 is my community, and I've been here since 2021. So when I see new people come in, I say welcome to my community. But you can have these little communities inside of Web3. That's cool, but Web3 is a community of one. That's how they look at us, and a lot of people need to start realizing that and taking it like that. And the minute that they do, they'll start seeing how easier it is to navigate the space and understand the space. So if that person's a bad actor, he's in your community. How do you feel about that? What are you going to do about it? Stop saying that he's not in my community. Yes, he is, because the way that they look at us is one. Those are the people on Web3 on X, just like Black Twitter. This is crypto Twitter. This is so a lot of people have to understand that and understand where you navigate and at, and this is where we're at. So we're all one community, and understand that. And once you understand what a community is, then you know how to be a good community member. And once you find out what a community member is, you might realize that you don't even want to be one because of the contribution and the work you have to do to be a community member. So if you don't enjoy it, then don't be one. And if you don't know what a community is, then don't build one because you will build it wrong. Woo! Let's go.
Woo! You had it in there. I appreciate it. Great take. And I appreciate you, Scrooge. And I just want to shout out everybody before I go over to Apex. I have my other co-hosts here. So I have a new mod to the Genius Room community. My mod down there, that's Megs, y'all, everybody. Megs, throw up a heart so everybody know who you are over there, right? And Megs is the new mod for the Genius Room. So she is a godsend, and I'm thankful to have her. Make sure you give her a follow. And then she has a newsletter she's going to throw up in the nest. She's also on LinkedIn, and I don't want to steal her thunder. I'm sure she'll come up and introduce herself. So, Scrooge, like everybody, community, we're growing and it's an honor. I want to go over to Apex for a second and say good morning to Apex before I come over to the Web3 artist. Apex, how are
Good
you?
morning, Yonda, our lovely queen. How you doing, Yonda? I hope you're well, man. I
I
hope
am
you're well.
doing good. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine. I am blessed, absolutely blessed, blessed to be here, blessed to be in crypto, blessed to be in MANYU. We are in an amazing space. We always say this, man. Every day we wake up, every day we have our family around us, we're breathing, we have all our functions. We are blessed, more than blessed, and once again, we are a rare amount of people here who are in crypto. So of course, man, we're gonna wake up every day knowing that we have opportunities in front of us to connect with some amazing people and to actually change our lives, right? Being 6 or 7% of the population of the planet to be in crypto, knowing that we can change our life, our generation, our generations can change. The generational wealth is here. Knowing that, of course, it's blessed, right? And we're happy to wake up every day knowing that. So I'm all good. I hope you are well too, Yonder.
I am doing well, Manu. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm telling y'all, look around, y'all. The dogs are in the house. It's the ducks, it's the dogs, it's the Web3 Artist Awards. It's all of y'all in here. And thank y'all so much. Y'all welcome to come to the stage and talk about what you have going on. I really want to hear it. Manu. So Apex, I was looking at and I was saying to myself, okay, so I'm about to make a purchase on I'm getting my tokens for the community because I'm a part of the community, Apex. And I was like, wait a minute, it's two communities here. So I'm going to need some guidance on that. And I will reach out to you if you prefer in the DMs. But I'm getting ready. I was sorting out my wallets. Go ahead.
Now, amazing. I'm glad. And you know what? The Manu community loves you. They absolutely love and adore you, right? I have just posted something up on the Tron, which has got all of the details on there too, right? You've got the decks on there. You've got obviously the Telegram account, the X account, where you can purchase from. But yeah, man, you know what, Yonda? You're more than welcome. It's still very early. We are ready and prepared to take off. We've just this morning had somebody, a one wallet, right, who purchased $75,000 worth of Manu, so people are getting prepared, people are getting ready. The market sentiment's going to be well switching over. We've had some good news regarding Trump and China, so we're expecting now to go into this parabolic season, right? This leg that we've all been expecting. Meme coins will take off, Ethereum will take off, and Manu is in the front line, right? So amazing things coming ahead. I don't know what we spoke about the last time or what stage we were at regarding Manu. I can't remember, but if it's okay with you, Yonder, I would love to just run past Manu again and just explain to everybody what we are, who we are, and what we've accomplished.
I would love that. If it's okay, Apex, hold for just a hot second. I'm gonna come right back to you. I have to say hello to my Web3 Artist Award co-host, who is the mostest and amazing. And if y'all don't know, I'm a co-producer for the Web3 Artist Award. This is year two. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead. Hey there. Good morning, Web3 artists.
Good morning, Yonda. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here. Just another day, with the big goal and the big plan to recognize and support artists.
I tell you, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here, Lucas. Thank you for being my co host today. We're preparing for the Web3 Artists Awards, and he'll come on and tell us a little bit more as a co producer. You all have communities that you belong to, you are a part of these communities, and we celebrate all types of artists. So if you click on like the Web3 Artists Awards, you'll see that we have about 40 categories. 40 categories. And this is like, I thought about it, and the founder and producer thought about it and was like, wait a minute, do we have like a Emmys? Do we have like an Oscars? Do we have like a Tony Awards for Web3, right? To celebrate artists globally. And this is what this does. Is so look at these categories. We have AI, we have music, we have photography, we have, and the categories have expanded from last year. And we have several of the Web3 Artist Award community members inside here in our space today. So, we're talking to sponsors now. So, that's what Lucas is for us. He's our sponsorship and partnership director. Does a great job in networking. We had somebody yesterday, if you were in spaces, you heard somebody raise their hand and was like, hey, I'll sponsor the winners. I was like, hey, that's what I'm talking about. So get in now because we plan year over year to be doing these Web3 Artist Awards as long as we have breath in our lungs, right? Because we want to celebrate your hard work and what you done. And think for a second, you all are artists. You all are artists. So nominate your community members. Let them get that validation of a certificate, a Web3 Artist Award certificate, right? And then I'm telling you, we're just building and we're going like a fine all over the world. And if you're interested in helping, it goes down in the DMs like, hey, Yonder, that Web3 Artist Awards you was talking about, I want to be a part of it. Okay, then let's do it. We want to celebrate community. Thank you so much, Lucas, for coming up. Let's go, Manu. Let's go, Apex. Let's hear what's going on.
That's amazing, Yonder. Look at that once again. Everything you do, you're always giving back to the communities. You're always shining that positive light. You are that breath of fresh air, right, in this space that we all need. So, firstly, that's amazing, and we really, really appreciate you. Um, Before we start, guys, there's a bunch of Manu army in the crowd. Guys, follow Yonder, follow the host, go into the purple pill, retweet the room, comment, like, right? show some love and respect to our host. So that's the first thing. Yeah, with Manu, we've been up a number of times already. I'm hoping by now a lot of people have seen us around. But yeah, I would love to just run over once again what Manu is, and what is going on. So Manu, guys, is a viral dog, right? It's a viral Chinese Shiba Inu female dog, right? This dog in real life has over 30 million followers on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. It's a viral sensation with billions and billions of impressions, right, and views. All of its videos. It's got the ASMR stuff going on, very relaxed Shiba Inu, which gets pampered, right? And who doesn't love a dog that's getting pampered and a Shiba Inu, especially in the crypto world? We love Shiba Inus. So the narrative is immense, right? Um, but yeah, the project itself. So that's the dog that we're based on. The project itself, we're 3.5 months old. We're currently sitting on about 34, 35 million market cap. We did go to 71 million, and we retraced, healthy retracements. You know, we were one of the very few projects that after the big dump that did happen, the big crash, you know, the very next day we were pumping up 30%, which showed the validation of this project, the strength of the community. And we're still here, you know, 33,000 members strong, you know, 13,500 on Telegram, 15,000 on X. We're still holding spaces every single day, right? You know, we've had 24-hour spaces, 18 hours, 15 hours, you know, every single day. The community turns up, we're making noise. And yeah, so once again, even the community, right? You know, Yonda's been a part of some of the spaces where, you know, where it's not just moon boy conversation, etc. It's all about education. It's all about providing something back to the community as a community, and having a great time. But being creative and being purposeful, right? You want to leave a manu space with education, with inspiration, and aspiration, right? And this is what it's all about, and this is what we provide in the manu community spaces. So even if you don't purchase the project, right, we want people to come in and leave with some form of value, right? So come in, have some fun, join a community, that's going to give you something back, right? But yeah, to talk about the project, you know, there's so much that has been going on, so much, right? You know, I've pinned it up on the Tron up there as well. Some of the things that we've accomplished in the last 3.5 months. So that includes, you know, a swap. We've got a swap. We've got a cross-chain launchpad, which you can launch on Ethereum, BSC, and Base, and there is zero fees for creators on there, with an automatic 75-year liquidity lock. So it's a very safe launchpad, and we're trying to promote that, right? That's one of the things at the moment. We also have a collaboration, an official collaboration with Chainlink. We do have debit cards now, personalized debit cards with Zebek. We've been listed on KuCoin. We were listed on KuCoin in the first 17 days. We just got listed on HTX, I believe, about 2 weeks ago now, which was a free community effort. We've also had HTX Global come into our community spaces, spend some time with us, you know, alongside doing AMAs live on their page and their websites. We've had AMAs also, you know, with Binance AMA. We've been on Zach Humphries has talked about us. We've been on Mario Nafal's roundtable as well. So there's been a number of AMAs that we've done, right? We are also one of 31 projects which are registered as an IP. So we do have trademarks in the EU and the US, following suit with the likes of Pengu. So, you know, merchandises, looking at, you know, gaming aspects of things. So much is IP'd, right? And that's something that a route that we're planning on going down. If you look at our roadmap, which I will post up on the Tron too, if you look at the roadmap, you can see there's many things which are still coming, right? You know, we've got NFTs expected to come this month. We have a staking to come, and in the following quarter, we do also have a blockchain, which will be coming. So there's so many things. If you look on the roadmap, it's just yeah, it's immense, absolutely immense. But one thing I do want to highlight with this team, right? It's not just a roadmap; it's actually a checklist. So these guys with the quarter 3 roadmap have ticked everything off except one of the biggest catalysts which we are awaiting, which is the collaboration the official collaboration with the dog, right? The dog owner of MANYU, like I said, who has 30 million followers. So we are in works at the moment to make that collaboration official. So then we will be one of very few projects out there who has actually collaborated with a viral dog in the Web 2 world, right? And bringing all the Web 2 people over into Web 3. You know, even a smaller percentage of that 30 million is huge, right, for crypto. So that's one of the biggest narratives. But yeah, so much going on. We've got a collaboration with Sundog, which is a Tron dog, and it's a Justin Sun backed project. The team do want to have collaboration with every flagship dog on every chain, every blockchain. So that's in the works too. Yeah, so much, guys. Once again, I do love to finish off with, guys. You look at crypto as a whole. You look at meme coins. People want to have value, right? But what is going to provide value? Everyone's looking for that $1 billion runner. Everyone's looking for that next big project. But what is it, right? And what does it take to become that next big project that's going to go to the billions? And Manu truly believes that it has all of the ingredients, right? We have the narrative, which I've explained. We have a community, which I've explained, which are so strong. We have a team who is backed and connected and has been delivering what I've just said, like within 3 months to deploy all the things that we have. It shows obviously the determination and the connections from this team. So to have a narrative, to have a community, and to have utilities, and to provide longevity, it's all there. All the ingredients are there, and that is the recipe for success. And I truly believe that Manu is going to be that next Shiba, that next Doge, and will be that big runner on Ethereum. Also, obviously, wormhole onto BSC and base for the moment, but it will be that big runner for 2025. But thank you, Yonder, for letting me explain all of that. There is a lot going on, so it does take a bit of time. But thank you so much for listening, guys. Who, who? I love that, Yonder.
I love it. Congratulations to the Apex community, to the Manu community. Scrooge, I'm taking a page out your playbook.
I know. I heard. I'm like, I'm the leaving the party on a Sunday morning. I'm like, what's going on here? Oh man, that was so cool. I'm like, wait, who's playing that? Yeah.
Absolutely. Scrooge, but you just heard Apex. Like, I think they have, I don't want to minimize it. They got 2 million followers on Instagram, 6 million followers on YouTube. See, Apex, I just all messed it up, but they're going out here and they're evangelists for the Web3 and the community and what they're building. So the heavy hitters are in the space, and I just want to say, job well done. You talk about base. Chainlink, HTX Global, like Shibu Inu, like whoa, so much is going on in this community. Congratulations
Thank
to
you
you.
so much, Yonda. And that's what it is. And look, once again, we're just out and about, right? Just providing information. We don't want anybody to miss out on the opportunity. Nobody can say that, you know what, we went to Yonda space and Yonda had, so many amazing speakers and projects on there. And you know what? Nobody came and spoke about Manu, right? So nobody's got any excuse that they came to Yonda space and they missed out on that next big runner, right? And once again, guys, fact checked everything. We love people. Well, we would love for people to come and fud us, right? Come and fud us. Come and ask any question, anything you see, bring it up. We got answers for everything, right? And it's all on the blockchain. It's all black and white. Any questions, we're more than happy to answer. And on a bare minimum, like I said, just come and enjoy the community. Come grab a free PFP and enjoy the vibes. But don't miss out on the opportunity, guys. We've been waiting 4+ years for that parabolic run. We've been waiting for a serious project to turn up, something that is unfuddable, that has all the right tokenomics, the right distribution, the amazing chart, and it's all right here. And I just want everyone to fact check everything I said, and go do your own research, and you'll see that it is the truth.
I think you left out the market cap, Apex.
No, I did mention we are
Oh,
currently on about a 34, 35 million market cap. We have, I think the last time I came up on here, we were sitting on about 14, 15, and then, we had the HTX listing, we went to 71 million, and now we've had that healthy retracement. And obviously, during that time, we did have the crash as well. So we held very, very firmly. And now we're just accumulating nicely around this stage. So if you look at the chart, it's beautiful right now. As I mentioned earlier, we had like $75,000 from one wallet which purchased this morning. So people are getting ready and prepared. The team do have a further three tier one listings which have been paid for. So they'll deploy that, in the right time. And there's many things that are coming, right? Many catalysts to send this past 100 million. Another thing, sorry, I just wanted to mention as well, right? Just regarding this team. So we were meant to go over 100. Well, the team attempted and wanted to go over 100 million market cap before the end of last month, right? And they said if we didn't, they would do $180,000 in buybacks. So we didn't reach that target of 100 million. We only went to 71 million, and the team, have transparently provided the wallet address, and they've started making the $180,000 in buybacks, right? So there's, I think, about 14 ETH left worth to buy, and once they've done that, they will be burning that whole $180,000 worth of buybacks of MANYU. So, once again, just shows the transparency of the team, and they're prepared and ready to go towards 100 million market cap again. So, yeah. Any more questions, guys? By all means, ask away. Any concerns, anything that you can see, love to answer anything.
yeah, very nice. I know you said the market cap. I just wanted you to highlight it again because, these people are holding on to a 1 million, 2 million market cap and they think they're doing something. And, when you hear numbers like that, those are astronomical numbers for a space. That is a very successful market cap right there. I don't, whoever doesn't know, if you go around these spaces, these people say, "Hey, we're doing good. We're at 300,000 market cap," and it's those numbers are little, is what I always say. So when you hear numbers like this, there has to be you have to understand that something is going right over there. Those are really astronomical numbers, because everyone is on an average of, 3 million. Sometimes you hear eight and they'll say, hey, we reached the all time high of 11 million. You might even hear that. But I think that I think the market cap that you are at is not promoted enough. And, sometimes that's all you got to say. Apex, less is more. You don't even have to say all of that stuff. Just come up here and say, we're at this market cap. We're at
Okay, that they think a 15 million, a 20 million, a 30 million market cap is too high.
sometimes that's all they could hear. These It's not promoted enough, and sometimes that's all you got to say. Apex, less is more. You don't even have to say all of that stuff. Just come up here and say, "We're at this market cap. We're at this market cap. We're at this market cap." That's your shill. That's it.
Do you know what it
And
is?
sometimes that's all they could hear these days. Like don't.
Do you know what it
That's
is,
all they
Scrooge? You know
hear.
what the issue is, right? A lot of people have been so accustomed to the bear market that they think a 15 million, a 20 million, a 30 million market cap is too high, right? And we need to remind them that we are in a bull market, we are in a bull run, right? And when that comes, the $1 billion projects will be here. And I just want to remind people that this is not a pump and dump. This is not a project that has got nothing in the work. It's not just based on hype, right? So we've got the hype of the narrative. It's not just that. Our community is growing every single day, sitting on over 33,000 holders and growing every single day is also astronomical, right? So we truly believe that this market cap is very, very low for us. So hence why we don't really promote it as much, because we don't really see it as that much of a success. Because even the team, right? For us, this is nothing. Like, we know what is coming. Like I said, we've got HTX, etc., all the listings, more on the way. And when we've got things like a blockchain that are coming, we've got our own launch pad. If you've seen other projects who have a launch pad or have got a blockchain, they're in the multi-millions going into the billions, right? And if you add on a narrative of a dog, we know what the dogs can do, right? Straight to the billions. So that is, what is programmed and planned for us, and the whole community will not stop until we reach into the billions, right? So that's why sitting on a 70 million market cap or sitting on 35 where we are, for us, is very low. We do see it as, yeah, it's cool, but it's not what we want. It's not what we deserve, and it's not, if you compare it to all of the utilities that we have come in, or the marketing, or the community, everything, right? We are very undervalued. So that's why I would just like to remind people that, guys, this is not a pump and dump. This is not just a hype train. This is not something that's just gonna go up and come back down because it runs out of gas, right? The market cap can go up and come straight back down only on hype. But if you have real utility, if you have something that is actually going to give back to the community, if you're actually going to sustain, which is very rare in this space, the team have given us a roadmap going to the end of quarter 2 2026, right? So their vision is long
Let me
term.
ask you. Let me ask you this, Apex.
Yes.
Meg, I want you to go first because she had her hand up. I'm sure she has a question for you. Go ahead, Meg.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just looking at your roadmap and I'm curious to know, and it sounds like I know the answer already, but I'm assuming with I think it was quarter 4, August to September, you're saying that you guys have completed all those steps in that period of time?
For quarter 3, sorry, yes. So
Oh, quarter 3.
yeah, so for
Sorry, yeah.
yeah, so for quarter 3, everything. So we've had the YouTube campaign, IP, the swap, the bridge, the tier 1 listings, the major partnership with the altcoin, which was Chainlink. We've wormhole over onto Base and BSC. We've done the community giveaways. We've done this. Well, we're in the process of doing the 6-figure burns, but we also done another 100,000 burn as well at the start of the quarter. And like I said, the only thing pending, which is the owner collaboration, right? So all of them things
Mm,
have been ticked off. If you look at the quarter 4 roadmap, the launch pad, right, that was meant to be in this quarter. That was provided to us in the last quarter. And if you look at
mm,
the quarter 2 2026 part of the roadmap,
yeah.
there's a debit card on there. So the team also brought that forward. We've got the debit cards already. This is a team that doesn't delay things. If anything, they give it to you sooner. So yeah, looking at quarter 4 now, you do have a revenue share model, the buyback initiative, $1 million burn, music bot, perps, cross project collaboration, NFTs, and staking. As well as that, we've just collaborated with Houdini Swap, right? Which is another swap that's just come into play, and we'll be integrating their privacy features into our own swap. So this team, not only do they bring things forward, they'll add more things on that you don't expect. But yeah, like I said, it's more of a
Are
checklist.
you are you Apex? Are you the founder or co-founder?
I am just an investor like everybody else and just a community member. Um,
So is Menu backed mostly by the funds of the community?
no,
Or
no. So
okay.
this team is very, very heavily connected with heavy pockets, right? We as as a community have mentioned to the team a number of times, guys, can we chip in for anything for marketing, etc. They say no. We've got everything covered. Everything is coming out the team's own pocket. We are just expected just to continue we as a community have mentioned to the team a number of times, guys, can we chip in for anything for marketing, etc. They say no. We've got everything covered. Everything is coming out the team's own pocket. We are just expected just to continue building the community aspect of things. That's it. They don't want no money from us. Once again, there's no tax on the token. The team got have enough money, enough funds, enough connections to make everything happen. We are just building the community side of things and spreading the news. That's all.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're actually experiencing that. Like, I'm a community member of this token that's about to launch, and what they're doing is they're going around and getting the investors first. And a lot of people have to understand that when you just sit behind this, phone and you launching these tokens, or what these projects are doing, trying to build communities by paying for raiders that are from Nigeria or from China or wherever they may be from, and they have to understand that that pattern is old. It doesn't work anymore. And I think that they need to start realizing what it takes and start putting in the real work. They're flying here to Singapore. They're going to Dubai. We was at the fight last night. This is this person. That's that person. And this is how. And they didn't launch yet. And they're going around getting the investors, speaking to the real people. So when they do launch, these people that went in and they got in at the bottom, these people aren't, they ain't thinking about the money, whether they 10x or not. They're not pulling it out. They don't need that money. They're here to, really send these tokens to compete with, a XRP or a Solana. Or they're really some serious people out here in crypto that are doing the work. So shout out to you, Apex, and the Manu squad over there. I think that that's really dope, and I'm sure that's what you guys did, and that's how the floor is being held right there. I'm sure that they did the work before launching the token, and that's what this is all about. Do the work first and then launch the project. The token can't be the project. You got to have the project, do the work, and then launch the token. And I've been preaching that in spaces lately, and a lot of this that what you guys are doing is being hidden because of the other token projects don't want to highlight what you're doing because it makes them look bad. So, all of this stuff is going on. I think that it should be on the front line of, spaces and highlighted, and it's not. It's like for some reason I haven't been seeing it. I joined over there one time, me and you had our runnings, but that's just because that's me. I've run around in a lot of spaces. So to come back and hear you in yay space again, and I'm not hearing it anywhere else. So I think that's a lot have to do with hate of the other projects in the space, not trying to highlight the great work that you guys are doing over there. So shout out to you and congratulations. Over to you, Yay.
Absolutely. So everybody, you just heard from Apex and great community, Manu community. Give each other a follow, right? And understand this was such an education lesson in the last 15 minutes or so that you can understand some when we say do your own due diligence, do your own like these questions and having my moderator Meg in here, right? Asking, she's behind, she's looking at the car. She's checking out to make sure the brakes are going to work and the oil needs, like, she's doing her due diligence. This is an example, just one example, and it's not all inclusive, right? There's still stuff you need to do, but from an education standpoint, these are the questions you should be asking. These are the questions you should be prepared to answer in the event somebody comes into your spaces or somebody's talking to you about investment opportunities. Great job, Apex. I'm so glad that you're here. Do me a favor, everybody. I reset the room in that bottom right hand corner. Do me a favor, 22 people. I think it's like 50 folks in here right now. If you will go ahead and repost and let people know where you are, don't forget to follow me. Follow on Genius Room. Follow everybody in the space, including my co host. And by the way, subscribe. It's only $1. So make sure y'all subscribe to me, $1. And this is what that $1